just absolutely go for it. And if you're not in the mood, then switch yourself off, meditate, relax, go into your own little dream world, whatever it takes, but don't do something half-heartedly. What can we control as opposed to what can't we control? A very interesting question. And sometimes people come to me and they say, I'm over worrying and overthinking. So you say, okay then, we'll work out what it is you're over worrying about. Write down the list, cross off the ones that you can't control, and then find the solutions for the one that you can. So firstly, let's go over the ones that we can't control. For example, you can't really control people's opinions. People's opinions can change over time, but you can't control them in the moment. You can't control other people's thoughts, that's for sure. You know, people can be thinking all sorts of different things. You never know. Just like yourself, you could be thinking a million different things throughout the day and nobody would have a clue. That's the beautiful thing about our own thoughts. But you definitely can't control other people's. Actions and judgments, you can't control these of other people's. People will always tend to do what they want. Over time, of course, these things will change in relationships and things. Actions will change as time goes on. In work situations, obviously people act differently. Judgments, people will always judge other people. You can't really control that. You just have to be the best person you can to get the best judgment possible. Feelings and behaviors. Of course, feelings will change over time. You can lose feelings for things, you can gain feelings for things, but you can't really control them. What will be, will be. And behaviors as well. You know, we all behave in our own way, and some people's morals and values, they sort of push people towards behaving in particular ways. But the most important thing is to make sure that you behave properly and hope that that's mirrored around you and everybody else can do the same. Other things that we can't control are, of course, more general, like the past. We can't control what's already happened, so leave all the regrets for yesterday, as they say. You can't control the other things, the things you see in the news, the big things, the people that spend a lot of time worrying about when there's not a lot that as individuals we can do. Obviously, we can join groups and we can sign petitions and we can vote for different people. But in the grand scheme of things, it's out of our control. So we should not worry about these things if we can. For example, I've not watched the news for, I don't even know, 10, 15, 20 years. I've probably seen it when other people are watching it. I've been in their homes and that's it. I always think that if it's important enough, then I'll find out one way or another. But these things are out of our control, so there's just no point worrying about them. As far as I'm concerned, you may feel differently. The treatment that you get from others as well, it's funny because I always say treat people how you want to be treated, and this is the best way to be, but it does not always work. And I could give you so many. I'm sure you've got loads right now where you've treated somebody or a group of people or lots of people so well, and it bites you on the bottom, to be honest. But this is what we have to continue to do, be true to yourself, treat people how you want to be treated, because most people do, but those other ones slip through the cracks, and those are the disappointing ones. So that's a little list of things that we can't control. Stick in the comments below anything else that you can think of, but I just wanted to go through that list because, more importantly, what can we control? So we can control our own actions. We can control exactly what we do. All right, this is really important. And we can control our reactions because things will always happen to us. Things will always be thrown in our direction. You know, bad things, good things, surprising things, but it's how we react. You know, we can control our own feelings. We can control how we think about something. Quite often people lose control of thoughts, but we can gain control of them because you can check yourself. When you feel like you're going in a certain direction you don't want to go in, then you can check yourself and stop that and actually be mindful of where your mind was going and then change the direction. And the more you do this, the more control you get over your mind and your thoughts. As I mentioned before, the whole worrying thing. If you're worried about uncertainty in the future, there's a lot of things we can't control, so cross those off the list and think about the ones that you can control. Like, for example, things in the future that you could be uncertain about, like a test. But if you study as much as you can, then you start taking control of that in as much ways as you can. Obviously, you can't be fully under control because you never know what's going to happen, but at least it gives you some control and definitely takes away some of the worry because you know you're doing the best that you can. You can control your own effort, how much you put into something. You're always in control of that. I always say, if you want to do something, do it properly. If you're not really sure, then just don't bother. If you're helping other people, then obviously you've got to do what you've got to do. But really, go full on. They say you're either on or you're off or you're asleep. So if you're on, go for it. Your work ethic, if you're doing something, then really hammer it. Get it done as efficiently as you can, possibly as quickly as you can, as long as that doesn't mean it's going to be it's not going to be as good as it could be. So this is my motto for this. Just go full on, and this is something that you can control. So this is definitely something that I'm all about. Just absolutely go for it. And if you're not in the mood, then switch yourself off, meditate, relax. Go into your own little dream world, whatever it takes, but don't do something half-heartedly. Boundaries you can control. You can set boundaries with people in work. You can set boundaries with your friends, with your family. People asking too much from you, you tell them straight. This is what I want. This is when I want it. This is what I can do for you, and this is what I will do for you, and this is when I can do it for you. So you set these boundaries, be in control. Your appearance. Your health, you can be in control of this to a point. Obviously anything can happen, but you can be in control of what you're putting in your mouth, what you're eating. You can be in control of your fitness. You can be in control of the clothes you wear, how you groom yourself. You can be in control of all of these things so that you always feel good, you always look good. And that's what it's all about, having a healthy mind and having a healthy body all at the same time. And it goes round in that circle and it just keeps you in that optimal position in life. You can control your learning and your personal self-growth. You can control how many books you buy, who you watch on YouTube, what you take in from the TV, who you hang around with, your peer groups, all these things you can control. So you can go in one direction to learn about finance, you can go in another direction to learn about health, whatever you want, but you can control what you consume, and your mind's like a sponge, so be careful of what you do choose. And I always say, choose something. You can choose whatever you want, but if you want to change something in your life, then start getting interested in those things that involve the new direction you want to go in. If you feel like you want to lose weight, then get interested in the things that are going to help you be fitter, like certain sports and things like this. You can control these things, definitely. You can control your self-talk, always be positive about yourself, never stick anything out into the universe that's negative about yourself. When you say things out loud, it has a 70 or 80%, I can't remember, but it's really high, 70 or 80% chance of becoming true when you say things out loud. So be careful what you say out loud because it sends those vibrations in and that's what you get back. You can control your habits, you can control your goals. These are really important. Make sure you involve yourself in the best habits, the morning routine, the afternoon routine, the night routine, what you're eating, what you're drinking, what you're thinking. And when you're consistent, all these things then are habits and then your behaviors, and then before you know it, you have this perfect day, perfect week. It's not the easiest thing, but you can control all of these things, and creating the best, healthiest habits, this is definitely the way forward. So there we go. There's a few things that you can't control, quite a few things that you can control. If you can think of any more, please stick them in the comments below. I'd love to read them. Regarding new habits, regarding new behaviors, I have all sorts of hypnotherapy audios that can help you out. Check it out by clicking the link below. Go to newmindsethypnotherapy.com. From myself, Jamie, and all of us here at New Mindset Hypnotherapy, thank you so much for watching and have a wonderful day.